have been invited to the Force India Formula One team. I have brought the red sofa because it's been a very special day for Force India. More importantly, very special for Dani Juncadella. Hello, Dani.
Hello, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Thank you for joining me on the sofa and thank you for inviting us to Force India.
Of course.
Now, a very special day for you.
Yeah.
Your first ever FP1 session in Formula One. I want to talk more about that later, but first, let's have a look at us at Dani's hotel this morning, having breakfast before you even got to the track. So Dani, this morning when you woke up, what was the first thing you were thinking?
It's an interesting question. I was actually thinking about the dream I had. It was really awkward and I was trying to realize what was going on.
Oh, yeah?
Nothing to do with racing, actually.
So you didn't wake up thinking like FP1, it's going to happen today?
I went to sleep thinking that, but then yeah, my dreams were completely different. So that's a good sign, I would say.
So you
means
feeling
that
calm?
I'm quite relaxed. Yeah, quite normal. But actually, I woke up and I thought I don't feel very super nervous or something like that.
That's good. And so, what do you do in the morning? Do you eat lots, like having some muesli and some yogurt?
I'm not like a kind of having a lot of or a big breakfast, let's say. I just like having my muesli with yogurt. That's good energy input for my body, and then maybe a piece of fruit, some tea. Not much more.
I'm being quite good. I'm kind of having the same as a Formula One driver.
Yeah. Now maybe if there's something wrong in the next hour, you can jump in the car.
Yeah, I could just swap in with you. No one would know. Just wear your helmet. It'd be fine. Do you find it tricky having to suddenly work with the media as well as your team and focus on the job?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's different to what I had in the past. Usually when you're having a debut in another category, it's something normal, or maybe you're feeling special yourself, but the others are not really focusing on you. But this time it's a bit different. It's Formula One and everybody, or a lot of people have all eyes on you, and it's nice to see. You feel also that you're not alone, and that's a good thing. It gives you some confidence.
Now talk me through this 5-second test you had to do. You have to jump out of the car, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
You passed? You passed?
Yeah, I failed the first time though. It was a bit strange.
Get me out.
Yeah, it's not easy to get out, and I'm used to the DTM car now that you have to get out through the door, and it's a bit an awkward way to get out. And yeah, the first time I was a bit stuck, and I said, let's repeat again.
No one's looking, we'll read it.
But you have to be quite quick. Like 5 seconds, it's not much. You need to take the steering off, unzip yourself, and then go out. So you have to be quick. Well,
at least you passed that. So you're going to be fueled with your muesli and your yogurt. We'll head to the track now, I think, and then it's time for FP1. How exciting!
Yeah, let's do it.
So how are you feeling as you're driving to the track? What are your feelings?
Oh, it's good. Good day for me. My debut in a Grand Prix. I feel very confident, very relaxed. It's a track I know from last year with the Williams at the Young Driver Test. So pretty much should be the track that I have the most mileage with the Formula One for me. So that's always something positive, because it's going to be the first time as a Grand Prix driver, let's say, as official driver with the whole grid, and that's something I'm looking forward to. But as I say, no pressure or no nerves.
If we were not in a car and there were no cameras and you were driving to the track on your own, what would you be doing? Would you be listening to music or?
I would be overtaking the guy in front probably.
Dani, now that you're really driving into the track, are you a bit more nervous than before?
No, not really. I'm always very relaxed, and I think as soon as you get to Formula One, you need to be always confident of what you've done before, and trust yourself that if you're here, it's for a reason. And that's how I feel today. I know that what I'm doing is something normal. It's just not a one-time thing that there's a chance because you have it. So yeah, very relaxed, and obviously looking forward. That's where the nerves come from and you want to get on the car, but the rest is good.
So you were quite confident this morning going into FP1?
Yeah, sure. I think if you're in Formula One in any situation, testing, FP1, official driver, that's for a reason, I think, and that gives me confidence. You know, I take it that way, and I take it as a chance that the team is giving me because of my performance or their belief in me, and that's good. That's why I took it so easily or so
very relaxed.
Calm. Yeah.
And was it what you were expecting?
It was. I was expecting a very tricky car to drive. This year, Pirelli brought really conservative compounds, I think, to this racetrack after what happened last year with the tire blowing in the race and all that. So it was a very hard compound that I got to drive in FP1, and that's made it very tricky.
So tyres and also the engine, was that tricky? And have you used the new engines before? Have you tried?
Yeah, I got the first stage this year in Jerez and Barcelona testing with the new power units, but I would say it's not that bad. For being a turbo engine, the power delivery is quite gentle. The initial pickup of the engine is okay. So I think it's mainly the tires that make it quite difficult. I don't want to blame Pirelli in any way, but it's
still fun to drive.
Yeah, of course, it's part of the job, and you need to drive a tricky car, but it's making it more dangerous, I think, or more
exciting
tricky
for the fans as well. See a bit of sideways action.
Yeah, actually, you could see Felipe Massa. He had a big shunt, so. I mean,
we're talking of Felipe. I mean, looking at the timesheets, you're beating some of the full-time F1 drivers. You know, Max Chilton, Jules Bianchi. Obviously, Felipe had a little moment, but how does it feel to have got your time ahead of some of these full-time F1 drivers?
Well, you need to consider also the car. I mean, it's the only real comparison should be with your teammate, and even so, I mean, you never have the same programs. Like in my case with Checo, we don't have the same program in FP1, but the only real comparison that you can take out something from is your teammate. Obviously, when you're in front of a lot of guys or official drivers, it's nice. But for example, in Jerez, I was P3 in the whole day, and in Spain there were a lot of news like, "Whoa, Juncadella just behind Alonso." But it makes no sense, you know.
It's still good though. You can go home feeling pretty chuffed.
Of course, I mean,
keep that headline.
Yeah, that's nice.
Now my hair is blowing all around. The wind has been quite ferocious here all day at Silverstone. How does that affect you in the car?
It affects a lot, actually. These F1 cars are very sensitive to wind, especially lateral wind. When it's hitting you sideways, you feel some strange balance issues in the corners that you don't really understand why, and it's a lot because of the wind. I already got the first feeling last year with Williams at the young driver test here. It was also quite windy, and you can see it's quite difficult because some corners, high-speed corners like turn 1 in Silverstone today, we had sort of tailwind, and then you get onto all the section Beckett's maggots, the fast section at the end of the second sector, and you had a huge headwind, which helps you a lot. And then, you say, so the engineer asks you how's the balance in high speed, and you say, okay, turn 1 is very tricky because you have a lot of tailwind, and then it's completely the opposite in Beckett's maggots, where you have a very balanced car because you have just full headwind that is helping you.
And your neck is sort of being thrown about, I can imagine.
Yeah, backwards is good because you have the headrest behind, so it's not a problem. Also, when you go on throttle, you can rest it pretty good.
Just having a bit of a rest. Nice.
Yeah, the worst is braking. When you brake, it wants to go where your tires are, so
my goodness.
That's where you need to be strong.
So you mentioned this morning about doing exercises for your neck and stuff. What else do you do training-wise when you're away from a race weekend? What do you do?
Well, I have to say I'm quite a passionate triathlete. I love triathlon.
Taking after Jenson Button.
Yeah, I have to beat him once.
There's a challenge. There's a challenge. JB, if you're watching.
He would be quite angry. I think he likes it even more than me. No, I actually enjoy a lot triathlon. I learned about it last year. I would say 1.5 years ago. And last year I did a half Ironman competition in September. I'm doing it again this year, the same one, as a preparation for next year, maybe an Ironman. I'm already subscribed and I have my...
I think you've got a bit of an addiction here.
Yeah, it's good. I really like it. It's proper training, endurance training. It's really good base endurance training for any athlete, and I think it suits perfect for motorsport. You need to do the other stuff, the next stuff, concentration exercises, activation, coordination. For sure you need to keep on doing that, but triathlon I think is a very complete sport that gives you a lot of strength.
Perfect. Now FP1 is done and dusted. You've got the t-shirt, thank you very much. DTM, we're going to see you more in DTM of course, yeah?
Yeah, sure. Main thing this year is DTM, still racing in the championship the whole year. Hasn't been perfect for us the beginning. Mercedes, we're struggling a little bit, which we need to change that around a little bit.
It's incredible, isn't it, to see Mercedes in DTM struggling. Mercedes so dominant in Formula One.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think until now Mercedes in DTM was sort of a very familiar thing, German thing, only them. Then there was a big change in the management inside, so technical director was sort of fired, and now things are changing a lot, and we seem to be starting to get some support from Brackley, from the guys at F1, so hopefully that step that they did in F1 we can make it in DTM.
So are we going to see you back for more FP1?
Yeah,
more sessions?
It's not clear yet, I'm not 100% sure, but it's according to the program there should be more sessions. I don't know when, I don't know which track.
But you're ready, if you get the call up you're ready?
Yeah, I think today I also showed that I'm ready anytime, so it's good that they know that.
So give you a call anytime. Now I've got some balls down here by my feet, Dani. What is going on there?
Yeah.
We've got an England one as well, we don't want to talk about that. So the World Cup, you're an avid footballer?
I am. More sort of country-wise rather than teams.
So it's not good at the moment for you, seeing as Spain's already out of the World Cup.
They are having a nice rest holiday.
Early
in
holidays,
Mallorca.
Yeah. Lovely. Just
you cannot always win, you know.
No, you have to let others win sometimes as well. That's what we said in England as well. So we've got these signed footballs. Spain are out, but I think maybe we could find a little way of giving these away as part of a competition next week. So thank you very much. They're signed by Dani. Dani, well done for FP1. Seriously good performance. Thank you very much for inviting us to Force India.
Thanks to you.
And we'll be watching, obviously, DTM and hoping that you'll come back and do more FP1 sessions in Formula One.
That's for sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I take you to the candy shop. I let you